What's up, everybody? Hope y'all enjoying your Saturday night, partying, doing whatever y'all fucking crazy people do out there. I know I'm crazy, so the people that are subscribing gotta be just as crazy as me, and I have no idea what you motherfuckers are capable of, so watch yourself. But I'm just filling up the sink with fucking soap so I can let these dishes soak and shit. I'm gonna let these soak overnight. He's got to get all packed up, washed, packed up, all this shit, man. I'm not looking forward to packing, really. I am, in a sense, but I'm not. I'm sad I'm going, you know. I really was planning on starting a business here. But the people that, I was going to go in business with, they showed me their true colors real fast. That it was nothing about business. It was all about them. So, which I'll be explaining. You'll see how people act. You can already see it in my videos. It's very clear. I make it very clear, and I always will point out everything. That's my job. That's what God has called me to do, is to point out all the bullshit, because I'm good at it. I have a gift. And people don't like me for it. People threaten me. People have been sending me emails talking about killing me and shit. And it's funny because they think that, like, I'm not going to find out who these people are. Like, I know what the fuck I'm doing. And I'm hungry. So we're about to heat up a can of fucking beans. I got some beans from Southgate, Michigan. They're from a people that they make beans. They make chili. They make really good fucking chili in a can. So I had a fire going, but it wasn't staying lit too well. It's so fucking wet. The logs that I had, they got wet. So all I did was put a hole in it, let the steam come out. Listen, man, this is how you eat quick. Listen, I'm going to be sailing around the world. People think, like, I tell them all the time I'm going to be sailing around the world. They think I'm going to have $1 million, like I'm a millionaire or something right now, which I have been. It's funny because, what the fuck? I'm going to be living poor, man. I'm going to be trying to do this. I'm trying to sail around the world as cheap as possible, okay? That's the whole thing. Which, there we go. Ooh, I cooked that fucking real quick. You gotta watch. You don't want to melt the aluminum. The aluminum will cook and the fucking beans will taste nasty and shit. You don't want to overcook it. Listen, I've been around. I've had to do some shit, bro. Listen, when you gotta eat, you gotta eat. You know what I'm saying? I've had to do some shit to eat, man. Listen, I've been hunkered down in places you wouldn't believe. You would not want to know. People act like they know me, man. My family and stuff, my dad and all that, my brothers, they ain't been around. They see me once a month, if that, for a couple years, and that was it. I was gone for years at a time. I was gone for like almost 2 years. I didn't even see these people. 3 years. Fucking 4 years when I'm gone, And they act like when I come home, they know me and shit. Shit blows my mind. I can't wait for them to start talking and think they know what it is they're going to tell everybody. I can't wait. I cannot wait. I hope they stay away, actually. I don't want nothing to do with them. They didn't do anything for me. They did nothing but cause problems. There's only a few of them that are in my family that I'm going to be sending them money when I get a chance, and that's it. They can figure it out themselves. They can talk to Jesus themselves. They ain't gotta talk to me. I'm not Jesus, so they can talk to Jesus themselves. You know what I'm saying? I'm not dealing with them no more. A lot of people don't realize, this shit's already cooked before it's even in the can. You just gotta really heat it up. That's all you gotta do. Which I'll just grab a rag. And fucking that's wet and bring it in there and open it up with the can opener. It's starting to smell good. I just changed out this propane. I ran out. Fuck, I've been using it. That one's out. These are the ones I use, propane fuel. Coleman's are the best ones, man. I'm telling you. Buy the Bernzomatic tips. You get the tip, you're good to go. You ain't got to use a light or nothing. I love these Bernzomatic tips. They're $75 a pop, though. I go through them like crazy. I break them all the fucking time. This is the longest one I've had. I've had it for over a year now. It hasn't broke. It's starting to get loose, though, you see? Yeah, there you go. That's how you know it's done. Yep. Your boy know how to eat, man. I'm telling you. I know where. Your boy been around everywhere you can go. I can't wait to take you guys and show you guys all these places I've been and places I haven't been. I'm so excited. This I've been around, man. This is how I've been around the world. It's driven cheap, man. I've been on the road, man. Listen, I'm telling you, I try to tell people, they don't want to listen, man. They think they fucking know everything. Whatever, be you, dude. Do you. Don't listen to me. I don't give a fuck. So subscribe. Somebody unsubscribed to my channel. I wonder who it was. Probably because I started talking Jesus again. I'm telling you, it's Jesus. People do not like Jesus, man. There's just something about him, dude. People does not like people as soon as they hear this name, as soon as they hear his name, man, they be tripping over nothing. They can never come up with a reason why. They can never come up with a good reason why they believe what they believe. And it's always, the only thing I can ever get from anybody is there's older religions. Jesus isn't a religion, first of all. So, someone got to tell the story. Yeah, that is true. Someone just messaged me. So, yeah. I'm excited. Let's go ahead and open this bitch up. Damn. Hungry as fuck, man. Let's see how hot it was. Boom, like that. That's all you gotta do. I don't even have any bowls, man. See how much shit I've been packing up. Smells good as fuck, dude. It does. It smells really good. It smells like a fucking, like just a restaurant. Like the chili's good. Whoever, this company, Southgate or whatever, you can tell it smells good, man. It smells like some fancy ass fucking chili beans. Shit's hot as fuck too. It's beans and rice, that's why I wanted it really. See? You can see where I burnt the fuck out of it. You can't really tell now, but it's hard to see with the light. There's no light. Anyways, I burnt the can right there. On the other side, it fucking burnt the beans. They're stuck to it. Just a little bit. Smells good, dude. There's definitely peppers in there. That's what I smell, is the peppers. Which actually excites me. I need some fire in my stomach. I haven't had anything spicy. That's another thing that's been fucking me up. You have to have spice in your diet. You have to have all that stuff in you. That's what gets your core going, your fire going, your metabolism. God didn't create all those plants, all these plants for people not to use them. We're only supposed to eat plants. We're only supposed to eat fruit. We were never supposed to eat we were never intended to eat animals. Period. The Bible clearly teaches it. My bad. I had to find a towel. I wanted to wipe down this floor because it's wet outside and I've been in here in my fucking flip-flops. So my floor is all fucking nasty and wet. Got fucking mud. I can't walk through here without shit sticking to my feet. That drives me crazy. So I'm drying it up. Can't wait to get on the boat. I'm so tired of living in the house. I didn't even want to be in here. Like, I'm glad I have a house. I love that I have a house. Don't get me wrong. I love having a home. But I wanted to go on a boat when I came home. But I also knew that I needed to get a job when I came home making $100 grand a year to do what I wanted to do. So that's what I did. I came home and got a job making $100 grand a year. It's not hard if you use your head. Trust me, it's not. My fucking boy Dave, man, he gave me some roaches, bro. And what's awesome is I can stop over there now and just grab a fucking 8 for $20 for now instead of going to get the Nirvana, which, don't get me wrong, I'd rather smoke the Nirvana just because of, the packaging and paying taxes and stuff, I'm trying to get it legal. But because I'm leaving here in a couple weeks anyways, and it takes me a whole day just to go to the dispensary, and that fucks me up. It keeps me from, packing up and doing other shit that day, When now I can literally just shoot down the street, grab me a 20 for the day or two, and it only takes me half an hour. I can call them an hour, So, that's going to save me time, money, and I can fucking finally get the fuck out of here. Which we are going to be eating, well, I'm going to be eating. What's up? I want to eat these beans real quick. Go dry off my head, dry off the spoon. It's big toast. We're gonna eat, smoke, do some Bible study, and then I gotta go over and do uploads. Gotta go over all the stipulations and all that other shit. So it's gonna cost money to run a subscription and do uploads, but I got a bunch of fucking files I can share with everybody on my social media and all that stuff. So I'm excited for that. Plus, I'm gonna be hosting my own website soon. I'm currently in the process of building it right now, so it's a process, Once it's done, I'll be letting everybody see it. And then you'll be able to go onto my website. You'll be able to, do whatever it is I set up. Yeah, it's good. There's seasoning in it. There's beans, rice, seasoning, peppers. It's not too much. It definitely needs pepper. It just needs a dash of pepper, dash of salt. It even has a smoky taste to it. One thing I've learned with cooking canned food all these years over the fire, you only want to put a little hole in it if you don't like the fire taste. Because if you leave the paper on the can, or if you have paper in the fire pit, or there's oil on the bake rotor or anything like that, the food will actually get that taste. So, there's certain things I can't stand the taste of, like certain wood. It gets too smoky and it ruins the food. That's all you taste is smoke, and it's gross. That's all you'll taste is charcoal or the wood. That's all you need of that. Listen, Morton salt, iodized salt, this will save your life. They put it in people's food for a reason. People that are bipolar and stuff, that have mental issues and stuff, give them salt. It'll help them. Add a lot of table salt to their diet. That'll help them. Their salt balance is off. That's why they're fucked up in the head. They don't need Thorazine and all this other shit. They need a really high salt diet. I've been doing the studies. I know a kid that, I know someone that almost killed his fucking nephew stealing his damn Adderalls. The kid had a heart stem. I had a heart stem in his heart. His heart didn't have the right rhythm. It wouldn't pump. So he had that artificial, heart thing where they fucking keeps his heart going, right? Well, this kid was on a very, very low dose of Adderall, a stimulant, which is basically amphetamine, not methamphetamine, just amphetamine, which we'll get into arguments about that because there's so many people that are stupid out there. Tell you amphetamine is just as bad as methamphetamine. No, it's a molecule different. It acts on the receptors as the same, but it's not nearly as bad, trust me. If it was bad, it was nearly as bad, they wouldn't prescribe it over the counter. I mean, from the doctor. You get what I'm saying? People are retarded, man. And there is a Adderall shortage, just so you know, worldwide. Just like there's a MDMA shortage worldwide because it all comes from the saffron tree. And the saffron tree is only grown in Indonesia, that type of areas, in Asia, where I'm going to be heading for all the hurricanes and stuff. And most of these trees are going extinct. They're cutting them down, for all the parties and all these raves, and you got all the stuff going on. The trees they're almost extinct. They've been putting a lot of stuff in place to keep these trees from getting cut down, because people are literally cutting them down and building big ass labs to get the oil out of the wood, manufacture the oil, send it to the lab makes MDMA, ecstasy out of it, or speed, or whatever else you can think of. And you can watch documentaries on this stuff. They catch carloads. You think it's funny because it's just like catching a car here full of kilo of cocaine. You catch a car over there, it's just full of wood. And they're getting popped for it, and they're going to prison for years because they're chopping down all these fucking saffron trees that take forever to grow. They take a long time for them to grow. And this is why they're going extinct, because they're chopping them down for the MDMA, the saffron oil, to make ecstasy, right? Underground, because it's not legal, right? If it was legal, you wouldn't have all this, you wouldn't have all these gang members affiliation chopping down the trees and stuff, all these Asian gangs, fucking, setting all this stuff up, all these underground roads and shit, black market type deals. This is why I'm pushing to legalize drugs, all substances around all the world. It makes sense. I'll be talking about borders, wars, all that stuff. Why people do what they do. I mentioned in a video, Haiti, the whole island is split in half. One side has trees, the other side has no trees. One side, the Spanish didn't rape and pillage the island. The French pillaged and raped the island and grew nothing but sugarcane. So there's no trees left, nothing left. That's why a Haitian, if they go over on the other side of the island and try to take a tree, a Spanish person will blow their fucking head off. Don't touch my tree, bitch. So they had to come up with a system. They got these big, so they can't cook, they don't have power out there. They don't have running water and stuff like that. How do they cook? They can't grow, they can't light a fire. So they come up with these big ass umbrellas. They're big reflective ovens. They sit on a pole and they open up like an umbrella, like a satellite dish, right? And then the bowl sits in the middle. The sun reflects off of it just like a magnifying glass, and it heats up no matter what, as long as you can turn it towards the sun, wherever it is in the sun, it will heat it up, just like they did back in the old days. They did that shit thousands and thousands of years ago, man. I'm talking whole vats of food they would cook by the sun. Doing that we're talking a long time ago. But they had to come up with a system, you know? A lot of people don't know that. Just like Haiti was the first all-black country. Why? Because the French, right? All those sugar plants, all those sugar things, you know, all those sugar fields and stuff. You had all the slaves, right? Eventually, the white population, all the French were, there was more blacks and whites. The blacks finally had enough. All the slaves finally had enough. It was like, look, man, this is our fucking country. We've been here this long. You know what I mean? This is our world, not yours. The French moved out. You know, you gotta remember, this is 2023. This isn't the 1800s no more, man. You know, people don't understand. People don't take time to learn or reflect. They just wanna. The only reason why they even talk is because they want to talk to make themselves look good. It has nothing to do with anything else, learning or trying to figure out what God did in this earth and why we're here or anything like that. They don't give a fuck. All they care about is them. That's it. And then they'll tell you, oh, everybody takes away from me and I only care about myself. That's how you gotta be. No, that's not how you gotta be. You'll never get anywhere that way. The only way to get anywhere in life is if you help someone. Because then they help you. Rice and beans give me gas, dude. That's the only thing I'm not looking forward to tomorrow. It's always the white beans, though. These darker beans, not so much. Those lighter beans, those pinto beans, the pinto beans fuck me up. I won't be able to stop. I got just enough milk for tomorrow for, a bowl of cereal, coffee. I didn't drink my Red Bull yet. Been saving that. Fucking my boy I haven't seen in over a decade. Probably longer than that. His mom's fucking dope, man. My boy's mom's dope as fuck, man. Man, let me tell you. Coolest house. David's house was probably one of the coolest houses in this neighborhood to hang out at. Everybody hang out there. When everybody got out of school, everybody brought their lunch money together. I'm talking half the school, man. I'm not lying. I'm talking every single pothead in middle school, almost, pretty much, every single one would be at David Allen's house. Would be at his house. I'm serious. We'd all be in the fucking garage, smoking weed, partying, fucking the whole house. You'd walk into the house, there would be nothing but fucking just kids everywhere, man. I'm talking teenagers everywhere. If you see this video, David, if anybody comes across this video from Bradford area, Brightmoor area stuff, if they all remember David's house, the fridge, we all used to get fucked up and drunk. And it's funny because if you touch his fridge and touch his oven, it would shock the shit out of you. And we would get all fucked up. And we would all hold hands and see how many people the electricity would flow through all of us. And fucking, it would flow through us. That shit's funny as hell. I remember fighting, because I first moved out there and stuff like that. I remember fighting one of the kids, wrestling with one of the most popular kids and shit. I forget his name. Everybody, the girls liked him though. I didn't really care for him at first because I didn't know who he was. I thought he was just like some, punk ass kid. He ended up being pretty cool. Oh, I remember his name, Mitchell. I don't remember his last name though. His first name should be Mitchell. I remember fighting him, like we were wrestling in David's house in the back room, living room. Haven't seen him since, really. I got this Beetle on my computer. I got pissed. I'll be right back. I'm better. Woo. So yeah, we're about to smoke, read the Bible, and that's it. I'm gonna be crashing very soon and getting ready to, get started in the morning, early in the morning. So I gotta lock up the house real quick. All we're doing is just locking the back door, shit like that. Making sure the back door is locked. Alright, the back door is secured. I ain't worried about them coming through the window. They're gonna get shot real quick. They ain't gonna like it because their first one's a slug, the second one's buckshot. So, and trust me, after the slug, the buckshot, you ain't gonna feel it. I keep that bitch loaded. Slug, buckshot, slug, buckshot, slug, buckshot. You're fucked. I'm telling you, you're done. You ain't gonna have no legs left. You're gonna be flopping on the ground talking about, where's my legs? My legs, give me my legs. Mom, where's my legs? Mom, my legs, Mom. That's what they're gonna start screaming. Mom, asking for their legs. That's what's gonna happen. Think I'm playing. We're gonna smoke. We're gonna go over, do uploads. Cause I wanted to show you guys what I meant in another video with the countries and like the tier 1 support, tier 2 support, tier 3 support, what countries they support, all that stuff. Right now we're only gonna be working with this one. Once I get, everything going and stuff, and I'll show everybody everything. Don't worry. Don't listen, take your time. You only have so much time in the day, man. Listen, rely on God for everything else. Promise you. Well, I want to hit this real quick first. So I wrote down in the planner, I asked you challenges this month. We're going to be purchasing Do Upload subscription, all tiers, eventually. That's what I'm going to be working on this month. And then motivation, I asked you, it tells you, it has all the stuff, right down. I wrote purchase, Do Upload, subscription, all tiers, motivation, Malgo, Ashland, Jesus. My goals, bash scripting videos, FCC exam, happy thoughts, sailing around the world, Malgo, Ashland, YouTube, seeing my friends before I leave. Those are the main goals for now. Sunday, I have no idea what we're doing tomorrow. I would like to attempt to wash my clothes if I get some money tomorrow. I need to come up with like $5 tomorrow to wash my clothes. So I'm gonna put Sunday wash clothes. I have to try to wash my clothes tomorrow. That's kind of the goal tomorrow. Wash clothes. And then I gotta pull the transfer case if it's not raining tomorrow. We're gonna put down transfer case and diff. So transfer. I'm just gonna put transfer because I'll know what it means, transfer diff. So I just filled in the date, Sunday 9, I won't even fill in Monday. You know what I mean? I'll put 10, but I won't put nothing until that day comes. I don't even worry about that day. There's no reason to. I don't worry about it. That's just an idea of what I want to do tomorrow. Does that mean that's what's going to happen? No. Jesus says, don't worry about tomorrow. Only worry for today, for you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. Only God knows. That's what he said. So therefore, that's what we do, right? We follow it, right? I follow. Jesus says, if you want to enter into the gate of heaven, right? The gates. He didn't say gate. He said, there is a gate which enters to the gates. All the doors. There's many doors. And this moth is driving me crazy. It's the only thing I hate about. I don't hate it. I just it'll drive me nuts. I got sand in my eye. But yeah, there's many doors. There's many universes, man. There's not just one universe. There's not just one heaven. There's many heavens. That is the heavens. The heavens is above the earth. We are the earth suspends in the heavens. That's what the heavens are. It's a body of a celestial stars. That's what the heavens are. You're going to be going to a star, wherever star that God decides you're going to be going to, whatever planet. We're all ain't going to the same planet. People think that you're going to be with your people. The Bible clearly teaches you that you're not going to be with your people. That all your happiness, all your glory, all your joys are going to be with God, not with the people that you're with. That's why Jesus says, make sure you pay attention for those and don't deny anybody anything, because you never know. You're never going to see that person again. And then if you love Jesus and Jesus isn't everyone, God created everything, you deny someone a glass of water, you're denying God a glass of water. This is why I don't deny anybody anything. If I have it, I give it. Why? Because I know God's going to give it back to me. Tenfold, 100-fold, 1,000-fold. Why do you think I have all this stuff? I have all this nice shit. Because of Jesus. Nothing I have done. It's nothing I have done. If I'm following the Bible, right, and I'm doing exactly what Jesus told me to do, it's nothing I have done. It's everything Jesus did. Because I'm following his order. It's what Jesus laid down, not what I laid down. You understand what I'm saying? Thank you, David. I appreciate you, bro. It was about to be a rough day without no smoke. It'd be a gloomy day and everything. I'm battling right now, and all the stuff I'm setting up for everyone, so I can see everyone win around me. That is supportive, that wants to be part of this. They'll show it. They'll show their colors. They always do. All darkness comes to light. Everyone shows their true colors eventually. This is why I don't worry about people taking things from me or that. I don't allow it. I don't allow nobody to come around me. I don't allow anything to happen. I don't put myself in those situations, so therefore I don't have to worry about it, right? Therefore I have a clear conscience. I don't do anything wrong. And that's why I'm healed. This is why I find happiness in Jesus, because all the past, I don't fret about it, worry about it. He's removed that from me. And therefore, if I continue to do everything he tells me to do, I don't have a guilty conscience of doing any wrong, because I have done nothing wrong. Therefore, I'm happy 24/7. Because my happiness isn't based on what it is that I have coming to me or what it is that I have physically. My happiness purely relies on God himself and his word. The words and his promises, that he's promised that if you follow his law, you follow his word, his eternal law that he's laid down for everyone in this world to follow, in this universe, that his promises will be fulfilled. And so far, every promise, every prophet, every prophetic saying has not only been fulfilled in the Old Testament, it's still being fulfilled as time is gone and is coming. Good. I need to get some rest, so we're gonna read chapter 7. A virgin will bear a son. Let's do this. So after this, I'm out. I'm out after this. I can't tell you. I'm cashed out, literally. I got 3 roaches from David left. I smoked 3 already. He gave me 6 roaches, and I'm stoned just off of those 3. And there's still another hit out of that bowl. I'm good. All right. It says we started reading. I think we stopped, but we'll go ahead and we're gonna read. It says a virgin will bear a son. Chapter 7, Isaiah. It says, during the time that Ahaz, son of Jotham, son of Uzziah, was king of Judah, king of Rezin of Aram, and king of Pekah, son of Remaliah of Israel, attacked Jerusalem, but the text sputtered out. When the Davidic government learned that Aram had joined forces with Ephraim, which is Israel, Ahaz and his people were badly shaken. They shook like trees in the wind. It says, then God told Isaiah, go and meet Ahaz. Take your son Shear-Jashub. A remnant will return with you. Meet him south of the city at the end of the aqueduct where it empties into the upper pool on the road to the public laundry. Tell him, listen, calm down, don't be afraid, and don't panic over these 2 burnt out cases. Rezin of Aram and the son of Remaliah. They talked big, but there's nothing about them. Aram, along with Ephraim son of Remaliah, have plotted to do you harm. They've conspired against you, saying, let's go to war against Judah, dismember it, take it for ourselves, and set the son of Tabeel up as a puppet king over it. But God, the master says, remember, he's using, Isaiah is submitted under God, you know what I mean? He's in control of the spirit, He's prophetically speaking what God is telling him to say. Just as if I were to say something or somebody makes a song, that is in love with Jesus, right? They make a song for a reason. They're pouring out their heart, which is God using them to use their heart to sway people his way. Now it says, it won't happen. Nothing will come of it, because of the capital of Aram is Damascus, and the king of Damascus is a mere man, Rezin or Rezin. As for Ephraim, in 65 years it will be rubble, nothing left of it. The capital of Ephraim is Samaria, and the king of Samaria is the mere son of Remaliah. If you don't take your stand in faith, you won't have a leg to stand on. God spoke again to Ahaz. This time he said, ask for a sign from your God. Ask anything, be extravagant. Ask for the moon, which I do all the time. I ask God, I don't barter with him. I simply do, and I ask, and I believe. And it says, but Ahaz said, I'd never do that. I'd never make demands like that on God. So Isaiah told him, then listen to this, government of David. It's bad enough that you make people tired with your pious, timid hypocrisies, but now you're making God tired. So the master is going to give you a sign anyway. Watch for this. A girl who is presently a virgin will get pregnant. She'll bear a son and name him Emmanuel, God with us. By the time the child is 12 years old, able to make moral decisions, the threat of war will be over. He's speaking of Jesus coming. Relax, those 2 kings that have you so worried will be out of the picture, but also be warned. God will bring on you and your people and your government a judgment worse than anything since the time of the kingdom split and Ephraim left Judah. The king of Assyria is coming. That's when God will whistle for the flies at the headwaters of Egypt's Nile and whistle for the bees in the land of Assyria. They'll come and infest every nook and cranny of this country. There'll be no getting away from them. And that's when the master will take the razor rendered from across the Euphrates, the king of Assyria, no less, and shave the hair off your heads and genitals, leaving you shamed, exposed, and denuded. He'll shave off your beards while he's at it. It'll be a time when survivors will count themselves lucky to have a cow and a couple of sheep. At least they'll have plenty of milk. Whoever's left in the land will learn to make do with the simplest foods, curds, whey, and honey. But that's not the end of it. This country that used to be covered with fine vineyards, thousands of them worth millions, will revert to a weed patch. Weeds and thorn bushes everywhere, good for nothing except perhaps hunting rabbits. Cattle, sheep will forage as best as they can in the fields of weeds, but there won't be a trace of all those fertile and well-tended gardens and fields. Chapter 8. Then God told me, get a big sheet of paper and write it in indelible ink. This belongs to Maher-Shalal Hashbaz, or spoil speeds, plunder hurries. That's what it means. That's what his name means, or the name in in Hebrew, or which it could be Aramaic, because that's what Hebrew is basically off of, is Aramaic. It says, I got two honest men, Uriah and priest the Zechariah, son of Jabirkiah, to witness the document. Then I went home to my wife, the prophetess. She conceived and gave birth to a son. God told me, name him Maher-shalal-hash-baz. Before that baby says daddy or mama, the king of Assyria will have plundered the wealth of Damascus and the riches of Samaria. It says, God spoke to me again, saying, because this people has turned its back on the gently flowing stream of Shiloh and gotten all excited over Rezin and the son of Remaliah, I'm stepping in and facing them with the wild flowers of the Euphrates. The king of Assyria and all his fanfare, a river and flood bursting its banks, pouring into Judah, sweeping everything before it, water up to your necks, a huge wingspan of raging river, O Emmanuel, spreading across your land. It says, but face the facts, all you oppressors, and then wring your hands. Listen, all of you, far and near. Prepare for the worst and wring your hands. Yes, prepare for the worst and wring your hands. Plan and plot all you want. Nothing will come of it. All your talk is mere talk, empty words, because when all is said and done, the last word is Emmanuel. God is with us, which is Jesus. It says, a boulder blocking your way. This is basically another prophetic speaking of Isaiah. Of Jesus coming. This is all before Jesus coming. Jesus even read Isaiah and spoke of Isaiah to his disciples, speaking, saying, "Hey, this is me. They're speaking of me." It's crazy. It says, a boulder blocking your way. God spoke strongly to me, grabbed me with both hands, and warned me not to go along with the people, or with this people. He said, don't be like this people, always afraid somebody's plotting against them. Don't fear what they fear. Don't take on their worries. If you're going to worry about the holy. Fear God of the angel armies. The holy can be either a hiding place or a boulder blocking your way. The rock standing in the willful way of both houses of Israel. A barbed fire whence preventing trespass to the citizens of Jerusalem. Many of them are going to run into that rock and get their bones broken, get tangled up in the barbed wire and not get free of it. Gather up the testimony, preserve the teachings for my followers, while I wait for God as long as he remains in hiding, while I wait and hope for him. I stand my ground and hope. I and the children of God gave me as signs to Israel, warning signs and hope signs from God of the angel armies, who makes his home in Mount Zion. When people tell you, try out the fortune tellers, consult the spiritualists. Why not tap into the spirit road, get in touch with the dead? Tell them, no, we're going to study the scriptures. People who try the other ways get nowhere, a dead end. Frustrated and famished, they try one thing after another. When nothing works out, they get angry. Cursing first this God and then that one, looking this way and that, up, down, and sideways, and seeing nothing. A blank wall, an empty hole. They end up in the dark with nothing. And then chapter 9, we'll read this one, and then I'm probably going to go. I'll spend time with myself, get some rest. It says, a child has been born for us. It says, but there'll be no darkness for those who were in trouble. Earlier he did bring the lands of Zebulun and Naphtali into disrepute, but the time is coming when he'll make that whole area glorious. The road along the sea. Zebulun and Naphtali are ancient names for Mesopotamia on both sides. You know what I mean? This is way before, like, they're speaking of a long time ago. It says, but the time is coming when he'll make that whole area glorious, the road along the sea, the country past the Jordan, international Galilee. The people who walked in darkness have seen a great light. For those who lived in a land of deep shadows, light, sunbursts of light. You repopulated the nation, you expanded its joy. Oh, they're so glad in your presence, festival joy. The joy of a great celebration, sharing rich gifts and warm greetings. The abuse of oppressors and cruelty of tyrants, all their whips and crutches and curses, is gone, done away with, a deliverance. As surprising and sudden as Gideon's old victory over Midian, the boots of all those invading troops, along with their shirts soaked with innocent blood, will be piled up in a heap and burned, a fire that will burn for days. For our child has been born for us. the gift of a son for us. He'll take over the running of the world. His names will be Amazing Counselor, Strong God, Eternal Father, Prince of Wholeness. His ruling authority will grow, and there'll be no limits to the wholeness he brings. He'll rule from the historic David throne over that promised kingdom. He'll put that kingdom on a firm footing and keep it going with fair dealing and right living, beginning now and lasting always. The zeal of God of the angel armies will do this. I'll read one more. Because it's called God Answered Fire with Fire, because it's still the chapter 9. We'll read the chapter 10. Speaking of Jesus coming before Jesus crucified himself. He's saying, this has already been fulfilled. All this has already been taking place. It says, God answered fire with fire. It says, the Master sent a message against Jacob. It landed right on Israel's doorstep. All the people soon heard the message, Ephraim and the citizens of Samaria. But they were a proud and arrogant bunch. They dismissed the message, saying, Things aren't that bad. We can handle anything that comes. If our buildings are knocked down, we'll rebuild them bigger and finer. If our forests are cut down, we'll replant them with finer trees. So God incited their adversaries against them, stirred up their enemies to attack. From the east, Arameans, from the west, Philistines. They made hash of Israel, but even after that he was still angry, his fist still raised, ready to hit them again. But the people paid no mind to him who hit them, didn't seek God of the angel armies. So God hacked off Israel's head and tail, palm branch and reed, both on the same day. The big head elders were the head, the lying prophets were the tail. Those who were supposed to lead this people led them down blind alleys, and those who followed the leaders ended up lost and confused. That's why the master lost interest in the young men, had no feeling for their orphans and widows. All of them were godless and evil, talking filth and folly. And even after that, he was still angry, his fist still raised, ready to hit them again. Their wicked lives raged like an out-of-control fire, the kind that burns everything in its path. Trees and bushes, weeds and grasses, filling the skies with smoke. God of the angel armies answered fire with fire, set the whole country on fire, turned the people into consuming fires, consuming one another in their lusts, appetites, insatiable, stuffing and gorging themselves left and right with people and things. But they still starved. Not even their children were safe from the rapacious hunger. Manasseh ate Ephraim, and Ephraim ate Manasseh. And then the two ganged up against Judah, and after that he was still angry, his fist still raised, ready to hit them again. Which he used Caesar, he used Egypt to oppress his people, because he gave them the sacred knowledge and told them, look, this is, you have grace, you have whatever it is you want, you have whatever it is you ask for, you just have to follow these rules, and you can't even do that. That's why he smoked them. That's why he'll smoke whoever is that isn't doing what he wants them to do. That's why people get smoked. So, yeah. I'm going to bed. There's so much to speak about, so much to talk about, and my head hurts. I got a lot to put together. We're going to read this before we go, and then go to bed. It says, Do Uploads reward service per download, PPD rates per 2,000 downloads, minimum payout is $10. Refer people and earn 10% from each of your referral profits. Payments are made via PayPal, Bitcoin, WebMoney, Payoneer, EasyPayza, Pakistan, Jazz Cash, Pakistan, bank transfer, Pakistan. Payment charges will be deducted from user balance if applicable. We send payment within 48 hours, sometimes within a week. Large payments take some time. Rewards program. Do Uploads has one of the most exciting rewards program on the internet. We provide quality and secure file sharing service to our users. We offer our affiliates the opportunity to earn more than any other file hosting site. We pay affiliates by various payout methods and manage to get it on hands-on sooner. You can upload and share your file on blogs, sites, forums, social media to get downloads and earn money from it. You can also promote us by referring users and earn referral commission. Also, active affiliates get better rates. It says we show real rates on this page. Many file hosting sites show fake rates and make money reward page, but actually they pay very low. You can check real rates and verify. You can verify on reports page. Tier 1, $7. There's, 1 to 10 megabytes, 10 to 100 megabytes, 1 and up is 7. Tier 2 is 4. Tier 3 is 2. Tier 4 is $1. Tier 1, it says United States, Canada. These are the country groups. Tier 1 is United States, Canada, United Kingdom. Tier 2 is Sweden, Switzerland, Belgium, Denmark, Austria, and Germany. And then Tier 3 is Japan, Spain, Australia, Russian Federation, Czech Republic, Finland, Poland, Greece, Saudi Arabia, Hungary, Mexico, Ireland, New Zealand, United Arab Emirates, Turkey, and Norway. Tier 4 is other countries. And then rules, it says, due to the mass number of fraud users generating downloads from Blogspot blog, we do not pay for earnings from Blogspot websites. Removing of files with earnings deliberately will not be paid, as well as downloads generated from high-tier country without valid source. We have rights to ban your account without pay if following occurs. Accounts will be banned for the following: downloads from suspicious sources, websites without any source, as well as download IPs or proxy, or it says IPs or proxy are making a huge number of downloads. We may ask your traffic source if you fail to submit valid source. We have rights to ban your account without pay. Downloads generated by visitors with an ad blocker are not credited. Says traffic generated using automated hits and manipulated traffic is not allowed. Pornography images or any copyright material or any adult content is not allowed to result in termination of your content. So like all those movies and stuff I have, I'm not allowed to, like any copies of my movies that I have that I own specifically, I'm not allowed to share them. It says we reserve the right to modify reward program payment date anytime without prior notice. It says file size should be 1 megabyte to get rewarded. 1 megabyte plus to get rewarded. Downloads are only counted after 100% download and the unique IP addresses. It says images, photos are not allowed. Bot downloads are tracked and verified while payout. If detected, account will be banned. We do not allow hot linking images and files. Attempting to gain revenue using misleading, unethical methods such as spamming will result in immediate ban. Downloads are only counted after 100% download. We won't accept downloads from proxy servers. All affiliates must agree to abide by the Do Upload General Terms and Conditions, copyright policy, and privacy policy. DMCA reports: if your uploaded file is copyrighted, reported to the by owner of the file. Your file will be deleted from our servers. Files and all views from downloads will be removed 30 days after you've uploaded it. All other files or live downloads will be saved unless you decide to delete them by itself. It says Do Uploads reserves the right to verify your traffic source whenever you request payout to prevent fraudulent downloads and revenue. It says while requesting payout, your traffic must be live. You must have regular downloads from recent file. That is, you cannot stop your traffic while the payout is being processed. Do Uploads reserves the right to change and redefine our affiliate program without prior notice. So, it's you use as you will, it's up to you. I'm going to be, sharing a lot of the open source development that I've been working on for a while, a long time. Among many other things, all this, I'm going to be sharing all the data, all the weather data and stuff like that I collect. I'm going to be using Do Uploads. I'm going to be using the site, see how it goes. See how I feel about it, and see if they continue to pay out and allow me to generate traffic, with using my weather models and stuff, and people are willing to pay me using ads, because that's how you generate money, is network traffic, right? This is what I've been doing through my Facebook with hashtagging and everything else, and YouTube. I've been generating traffic, so I know how to do that, that's the main thing you have to learn how to do when you want to set up a YouTube. That's why people aren't successful, you don't have to have a YouTube like all these other people to be successful. People don't understand how the stuff works. That's why, they're making YouTubes because they're into video production and theater. You know what I mean? This is not what this YouTube's about. So if that's you, don't subscribe because you're going to be disappointed. It's about life, culture, Jesus, and computer programming, network topology, global warming, those type of things. Nature, learning science, stars, astrology. Basically, listen, I'm about to have my master's in science within the next 4 or 5 years. I'm going to really be pushing for it. That's what I'm pushing for. I want it in 3. Full Sail promises me I can have it in 3. We'll see. I'm being realistic. they're telling me what they see, you know, statistics. So, you know, we'll see how it goes. You know, I got to get down to Florida. I got to get this truck running. Got to get out of this house. You know, it's been rough. Nobody wants to help. You know, I do have help though. So I have Jesus. I have Bill. You know, I have neighbors coming over all the time. I have friends. You know, it's just hard without a running vehicle. That's my main thing. That's all I've been struggling with. So, you know, I got to get my butt in gear. I can't donate no more till September, so that's out of the question. So I really gotta. That means I don't have no extra. You know, I can't rely on that for food or weed or anything like that. So that's how I've been kind of just getting by recently while I've been doing it, setting all my stuff up. It's a lot of work, you know, but it's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth saving up the money. It's worth finding a place, getting a job, making 100 grand a year. It's worth all that stuff if you can save the money, if you're determined. So, you know, the only thing I can say, man, go out of your way for people that have things that will appreciate what it is you do for them. They'll pay you really well. They'll take care of you and then take that money, put it up, and then do something with it. That's how you get ahead in life, man. Y'all take care. God bless. I'll see y'all in the morning.